for me, I was an outfield player at first. I played full back, and I just loved football back then. I didn't really think about being a goalkeeper. And one day at the youth team I played for, Muirston United, goalkeeper wasn't available, so I used to go and goals at training and just for fun, and next minute I'm in, and that was me really.
I was also an outfielder and our goalkeeper got injured. So yeah, like Jenna's story, I ended up jumping in goal and enjoyed the position, and yeah, I moved to goalkeeper at age 17. I think for me at 17 I realised that was probably more suited for me. But when you're 10 years old, you kind of just want to run around with your friends, and being in goal when it's in the middle of winter and it's freezing cold is not so much fun.
I did love playing outfield. I think that's how I got into football in the first place. That's how I fell in love with the game. But when I went in goals, I was surprisingly enjoyed it, and I think I did get the choice to go back outfield, and I didn't really know what to do, but as I say, I ended up staying in goals, and probably a good decision because I'm not sure I would be where I am today. I know a few outfield players that would fancy themselves as goalkeepers, but I'm not sure about vice versa.
I think once you make the transition into goal, you realise oh, why was I ever running around as an outfielder? So yeah, there's no turning back.
No.
Handachuid Jenna agus Vic it grún gemich in a chluich the Rangers and Hazense. Sie het de draaste a sia ag bar in SPWPL. Tá sé táisí bach go sáirite de manager úd Joe Potter a hannig stay a staurid agus haid staile úd a hortesteach in a club. Ruta Jenna agus Vic a fai clachtidish.
It's been great, it's fresh, we've got new coaching staff and a few new players as well, so it's all very different, but it's been really enjoyable. I think we're all on board with the way Joe wants to play, and so far it's been a successful start to the season. We've only dropped 2 points so far, so still in the League Cup as well, so progress has been made and it's been really positive.
I like the style of play that Joe has, that she expects us to play, and she puts demands on us to train well and to perform well, but she also encourages us as well. We have to take more responsibility now with the ball and make sure that we're nailing passes and around our box. So yeah, it's great. I think it's challenging us, and I think it's also paying off.
I think the game's grown massively, especially in goalkeeping wise, and you see a lot of the top goalkeepers in the world now, male and female, they play a lot with their feet, probably majority with their feet rather than their hands these days, so it's massively important. I think it's something we've both added to our game over the years.
Van a hannig Vic go Rangers sa dúchar Davila is fichid sa ja, ha isha agus Jenna idri a farpish son in lene a de behun. Sul cymrach de fadachig mi ging sin agus mar a haid tors bui idden carches echterat.
I think we've been goalkeepers long enough to know nothing's personal in the game. She's one of my best pals in the team and we get on so well. Training's so competitive, it's really, really high standard, and fighting with Vic every week for the jersey is going to challenge me even more. Our goalkeeper fixed standards, obviously just been at the World Cup, so it's not easy to compete against, but as I say, I think it just betters us both.
Yeah, I'd agree as well with Jenna. We get along very well, probably a bit too well at times, but it's a very nice dynamic that we have. It's a competitive yet friendly situation or environment that we have here. So yeah, I think we enjoy coming in every day and challenging each other, and at the end of the day, whoever plays, we've both had conversations about supporting that person as best as possible, and I think we've got the balance pretty good.
Definitely.
Hatar Ewels ag Jenna agus Vic ag ide clubbe agus internationte. Ag sul che chália a hafke de rákenich gus délke din a hammen an art is ísal a vies a chien le upper nech glei.
Being a goalkeeper, there's not much room for error, and there's been certainly lots of times in my career where I've made plenty of mistakes, and you have to go through a lot of adversity in football, but more so goalkeeping, I think, and I think it's definitely something I've proved on since I was younger. Definitely more thick-skinned these days, and you need to take it as it comes. We all know it's part of the game. Unfortunately for us, it's probably cost a goal, mostly when we make mistakes, but we're all human at the end of the day, and we don't go out there to make mistakes, but thankfully, I think minimising that as much as possible in our games.
I'm quite analytical, so I think any action that I do, whether it's a mistake or not, I'll analyse, and being a goalkeeper can be really tricky in a game because you do have time usually to think after an action's happened. Sometimes you might not touch the ball for 20 minutes afterwards, so trying to stop yourself from going over and over the action or the mistake or whatever's just happened is a really important one, and sometimes I do better than other times with that. I think the goal against the Philippines I conceded in the World Cup I've probably replayed in my head 800 times. But it's a constant work on the mental side of being a goalkeeper, because it is on match day, it's very much a mental game and a mental focus for 90 minutes, rather than training is more out the physical side of things.
I think for me, like, when I was younger, I fell in love with football just because I enjoyed it so much, and I loved playing football and I loved playing with my friends, and it was just like the best time when I was playing football. So I think my first piece of advice was like, just make sure you enjoy it. Like, don't put too much pressure on yourself, because at that age there's really no pressure. Like, I think fall in love with the game and then you can start building on that. But I think that would generally be my biggest piece of advice.
First started playing football with all my school friends at school on the field, and I absolutely loved that. And you know, it's very easy when you get into the teenage years to start to think about wanting to perform highly. But you know, there's plenty of years with pro leagues now. You know, you could have a 15-20 year career at the elite level. So yeah, there's plenty of time to stress about that stuff. I think when you're young, you've just got to try and enjoy it.